You're making prospecting calls, and one of the most important things is that you get the introduction down like really good, because this is your first impression. This is like how we get people on board with us. So what we say right here sets a tone for the entire sales call. And if we don't crush this introduction, we're gonna get hit with obstacles, we're gonna get hit with a hijack possibility situation where the customer just takes control of the whole call, right? Okay, so the introduction, a couple goals. I got a couple goals for you, okay? This is step one of 5 steps. My first step is the introduction. My goals are number one, to be seen as a helping hand. You think I want to be the threat when I call customers? I'm calling from a dealership. It's on the caller ID. As soon as I make connection with a human, I have to set the tone for who I am.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
And what those intentions are. So you really got to figure out how you're going to represent yourself. So I use guest experiences. To me, it's money. It works every single time. So I want to be helping hands. The second thing is I want to push for flexibility, especially in times like these where we have low inventory counts. We got to make sure that we keep people's minds open to possibilities. So if you try to get them into one particular unit, we're going to run into problems. One, I don't have the unit. What, you're going to tell them you don't have the unit? No, then it's dead. They call in on a car and they change their minds, they're squirrels. I have to be aware of the possibilities. So I want to push for flexibility, not necessarily lock them into a unit. Okay. This third thing, these are my goals, right? My third goal is to get leadership of the call. I want to get leadership of the call because if I've got control of the situation, I can reduce obstacles from coming up. This makes everyone's life easier. I can control the flow of the call. And because we got the 5 steps, we got a plan. So in the introduction, I take an incoming call. I want you to really think about this because most people are going to say, how can I help you? To me, it's the kiss of death. I would not ask this question as one of my first questions. The call could go anywhere, and you're trying to control the conversation. You're trying to control the pathway so you could get to the appointment, right? So in the introduction, I want to say, thanks for calling dealership. Name, this is Jen. Who am I speaking with? Don't hold me to my words. It's just the mentality. Change it up so it's your words, but you get the idea. I didn't say, how can I help you? I just changed the question, that's all. Okay, so, and who am I speaking with? And they say, it's John. And I'm like, John, hey, thanks for calling. Nice to meet you, I'm Jen, I'm gonna be taking care of you. What kind of vehicles are you researching? Helping hand vibes? Check, check. Leading the call? Don't get that clip loaded. If you don't have that next question, you're not snappy, you're gonna go back to, so what can I help you with? That's the kiss of death, my friend. We need to come back with. So what kind of vehicles are you checking out? That's flex, right? What kind of vehicles are you researching online? That's real. That's real. They're online, right? So you're going to make a connection. Okay, right. Then they say, oh, I'm looking at a 21, a new, blah, 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 blah. You're like, okay, and what else? What else are you looking for? Flex, y'all, flex. Okay, and then, right, they're like, oh, I'm looking for a new, blah, blah, blah. And you say, okay, so what other brands are you researching? You're pushing for flexibility. You just go a little bit further here. Okay, and that's our introduction.